Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for education and technology only. So for the past few days, I have shared the breathing elements of the 1850 Wing Chun. And it ended up there are many Wing Chun friends message me and discuss with me on the 2C state. So today I'd like to share with you more on this 2C state so every one of us will be able to know what exactly it is. Now before that, before I get into the technical side, I like to ask many friends who watch this channel to leave, no longer watch this channel. Why? In the past few videos, I'm sharing about this breathing physiological state, which is with Qigong, aerobic and anaerobic with the heart rate, so that I'm sharing about the process of the 2C and then the scientific verification, so forth, so forth. And guess what? I still get comments from many friends who watch this channel on some kind of woo-woo Qigong sensation. Okay? So I'm sharing the process and result can be verified scientifically. And people send me a comment on those woo-woo sensations, while one don't even know what is 2C, or one don't even comprehend what I'm sharing. So I like to ask these friends here, please do not no longer watch my video channel. Why? Because what is the point that wasting time that you don't even comprehend what I'm talking about here, what I'm sharing? What you think, what I'm sharing, as what you think. However, what you think is not what I'm sharing. Okay? So it's better that you no longer watch my channel, because I'm not into those off-topic stuff. Okay? Those are actually it's going to drag down everybody. Like today, I have to say this here before I go to the technical thing. So please not watching here anymore, because it's just a few videos away. I really kindly ask everyone to not going off topic. I ask everyone to seek for understanding before jump into the gun on those things. Okay? So please do not watch this video anymore, because I don't want to be impolite to not reply comments and everything. But I don't have time for those things. Okay? Because there are so many friends here in Facebook messages and so forth, which is asking me questions, and I have to reply things and so forth. And also when you comment under my video, I cannot let it go. Why? If there's something not accord to or off topic with my video, if I leave it down there, that means other people, it will mislead other people. So it's the better way we part away. Don't watch my video anymore. Okay, that's better. Okay, so I kindly ask anybody, everybody who do not comprehend what I'm sharing, to no longer watch my video. Okay. Now, also one thing I like to share with you guys. Under request of many friends, now I start a Facebook group called Platform 2020. And that group is only for those who have read my books, to answer questions and to discuss. I no longer accept public everybody because the platform 2020 is a technical discussion group. Okay, not for chatting, not for entertaining, and not for say I have it too, you have it too, all kinds of stuff. It is solving technical problem. It is for people who like to solve technical problem or asking technical questions only. So if you like that, then you can apply for the platform 2020. Okay, and no guarantee you will be accepted. However, if you apply and if a good legit reason, then the probability of getting accepted there is very high, because we want to have a community which is really look into the science, not all this my grandmaster is better than your grandmaster, I have it too, I know it too, and all those kind of stuff. Okay, so I just like to share with everybody. I like that the group of our Wing Chun friends be able to help each other work together in terms of technology. That's why this channel is for education and technology, and not those woo-woo qigong guy. Okay, and one need to know what one is talking about. One need to know the subject before talk, instead of jumping gun. Okay, so let's go start with the 2C stick. Now, the other day I present this in the breathing video and other video based on the H model in the Wing Chun Inception. Okay, the H model in Wing Chun Inception. Now, so if you look at the Wing Chun Inception here, there is the Xing Qi state or 2C state. Okay, there's a zone 1. In the zone 1, there's a Xing Qi state or the 2C state. Now, in the 1850, the reason of get one down to the Xing Qi state, develop that before coming back to aerobic and the anaerobic, is to make sure the student have developed their engine. Okay, I'll explain you more. Okay, so in the 1850, always get down to develop the engine and to before to get into aerobic and anaerobic. Now, why do we want to develop the engine? Why? And what is the engine? Well, the engine is breathing, deep lower abs breathing, and that is the engine. Okay, now, so why is that breathing so important? In the last video I have already shared, and today let's look at it. Breathing is the support of to be fast and to have stamina. Without proper breathing, one will not be able to be fast and to have stamina. Breathing also make a difference after one is 40 plus years old. That not get out of breath in sparring. Okay, so this is how important it is. If you want to be fast, you need the breathing to support it. If you want to be able to perform after 40 without easily get out of the breath, you need the breathing to support it. This brought out one thing. The reason why I never like to show like in video, this is this technique, that is this technique, this is this technique, is because If one do not have that breathing develop, you can have the same technique, but it is useless. So for example, it's like driving a car, right? The guy who really know cars, know how to race, know the engine, and know how to drive. There is no point to parking in the parking lot where we don't even know what is the car and keeping turning the steering wheel. So keeping turning the steering wheel is like talking techniques without talking the car's engine and how fast this car can accelerate. So that's why without this breathing, what is the point to talk about techniques? One can practice the techniques 1,000 times, 10,000 times, but if that breathing is not handled, it's useless. And like today, people talk about the Chinese Fa Jing. Well, if the breathing is not handled, one can mimic losing the body, snap the body, one still not be able to Fa Jing. Why? Because one don't have the breathing, one don't have the engine. Okay? So, over here, there's a 2C state. Okay? So in the H model there's 2C state, like the other day I shared with everybody in other video. Okay? That 2C state is well described, the process. Okay? The process is well described in the Wing Chun Matrix books. Notice I'm talking about process, not mimic something, okay? Or not philosophy. It's not like, oh, you want to develop your breathing, you want to meditate, and you want to study the Buddhist philosophy. Or if you breathe, you will have this sensation, feeling the warm or cold. No, not that. As in this book, it is the process. How do you do the breathing? How do you develop that? And then how can you verify that? Scientifically. Okay? So, this 2C state is the state in 1850. The teacher is going to get the student to develop it before training in the aerobic and anaerobic, or handling impulse momentum, or develop different skill. So this is the developing of the engine. Now, to make an analogy so that you be able to understand it really clearly, it is like we have a six-cylinder car, but we always only use 2-cylinder. We have a 6-cylinder car, but we always only use 2-cylinder by some reason. To develop the 2C state is to fully operate that 6-cylinder. Fully operate that 6-cylinder. Okay? So that is the critical, the crucial, the very important. So when one start to practice Wing Chun in 1850, the first thing the teacher do is to get the student to fully activate the entire 6-cylinder, because in the usual common living, people is only using 2-cylinder. The process in the Wing Chun Matrix using today's tools is to fully activate that 6-cylinder. Okay? Now, fully activate 6-cylinder is not like you have a 2-cylinder car and try to manipulate whatever it could be to become a 6-cylinder car. Okay? It is not that. It's not like I have a 2-cylinder, so I can manipulate here, manipulate there, and then it becomes a 6-cylinder car. No, it's not that. So 2C state is you have the 6-cylinder, but you're using 2-cylinder without even know that you have a 6-cylinder. So the 2C get 1 to fully activate the 6-cylinder. That's what 2C is about. Okay? Now, so in order, when we develop the 2C state, as in the Wing Chun matrix described there, the 2C state, the body is conditioned naturally with proper mechanics to get into the 2C state. Okay, so the body, the key word is the body has to be conditioned naturally. The key word is naturally, with proper mechanics to get into 2C state for natural lower abs breathing. So this is analogy of that. This is the as the car analogy of that fully activate that 6-cylinder. Okay, because usually we only use 2-cylinder, and thus naturally activate or using proper mechanic so that one be able to naturally breathe in the deep lower abs breathing is not about manipulating or forcing lower abs breathing like usually you see in YouTube. Put one palm on the chest, another palm on the stomach, you breathe, you breathe. It's not that. Okay? That is not natural. So in chapter 5 of Wing Chun Inception, it explains clearly what is natural. Okay? So what is natural, what is more manipulative, it is a different. So if one get into the 2C state, the heart rate is at ease. It never raise your heart rate, and in fact it can go lower. Okay? Because of the system right now become effective and efficient. One example of what is not working is using the common where one clamping one's knee, because that is an improper mechanics of using the body. So one can like lifting anus, straighten the spine, using mind power, all sorts of stuff. Still one not be able to get into the 2C state. The reason is you start with an improper body mechanics which lock up your 6-cylinder, make it into the 2-cylinder, and then you try to manipulate it, get to the 6-cylinder. You cannot do that. So the 2C is you just go with the natural according to the proper mechanics of the human body, and you get to the 6-cylinder states. However, if you clamp your knee and you use a different type of mechanics and idea or philosophy which is violating the natural mechanics of human body, then it's not going to be get there. Okay? So this has to be really clear. It's not about manipulative. It's not about standing in any stance or the clamping knee. You try to push for lower abs breathing, breathe harder, those kind of things. It's not. 2C state is with this, and the heart rate stay with this. The breathing capacity increases with this, because now you naturally fully activate the 6-cylinder. Okay, so when in the 1850, when the student have developed this, when you get back to the aerobic and anaerobic training, one already have a 6-cylinder car. So it will be much more effective and efficient when you get here. Now, where else if one do not have this 2C training, start from here, then one begin with a 2-cylinder car. So the difference between here and here is this is a 2-cylinder. A 6-cylinder car, you only use 2-cylinder and you go training. And here is you go down to 6-cylinder, fully activate the 6-cylinder, and you with the 6-cylinder you start the training. So scientifically we know train with the 2-cylinder is not effective and efficient compared with the 6-cylinder. However, one need to fully activate that 6-cylinder, and that is why the 2C state, and that is the why I wrote this Wing Chun matrix and show the process so that everybody can get it. It is a life and death. It is the engine. This got nothing to do with woo, I have this feelings of fresh, I have the feeling of this. Can you do it or can you do it? If you can do it, check it with the what do you call it, with the scientifically. Okay, like for example this, your SpO2, your breathing rate, your heart rate, you check it. Okay. So the bottom line is this: can we verify here with the have the process and verify here? Well, the truth. Yes, the truth, not the opinion. Is that everybody can do that? Everybody can develop it. Okay, and there's no secret. The process is here, and the verifications and all this H model is here. Okay, you can check your heart rate and see when you stand there and your breathing is at lower and so forth, so forth. Now, I have developed, I have helped many of our Wing Chun friends around the world to develop this 2C state. Okay, so I want to share with you a few of them so you can freeze your screen. You can freeze your screen. You can freeze your screen. Okay? So this is from one of our Wing Chun friends who have developed this 2C state. Okay, and all this friend is from Europe, from US. Okay, there's a group, only a few people who I train on this 2C state. So with this, I read for you, it said, I can say that it changed your breathing dramatically in a way I never expect this exists. Okay. Your diaphragm has a much higher amplitude and your breathing is very easy. With 2C, I can train with more energy and my body condition is far from what was before, where I had not much energy, my condition was bad, but that changed very fast. Your body works more efficiently. So we know that with the 2C, it is a day and night difference compared with without 2C or before the development. And over here, it said that it has done for me. I practice every day as I walk and standing whenever I can. I also practiced the whole time at martial art yesterday. I found that by doing this, I was able to last far longer than everyone else without being tired, even though I have a sore throat postnatal postnasal drip. You did tell me I couldn't ever go back after 2C, and you are right. Okay? And this is another friend. I know 2C state and experience it every day, and it is the best I have ever learned and experienced in my martial art career. This stuff is superb. I can even use it in BJJ. That's scientific. It works for everything. Well, so this is the reality of 2C. What do you do? It turn on the engine. It make one be able to fully use that 6-cylinder, where one usually only use 2-cylinder. And that's why when after they turn on, fully activate the 6-cylinder, when they get up, it is day and night difference. And that's why with the breathing, the fast, the stamina, and after 40, one can still do pretty good handling on one's techniques and skill, because it's breathing. Okay, so I hope that this very clear for you what is 2C state, and that is no magic woo Qigong stuff. It is here. Okay, the process. And there's no magic woo-woo Qigong stuff. I'm the Grandmaster. I certify you. All this is alarmed with heart rate in the Wing Chun inception. Okay? So this is a reality. And that's why, again, when people ask me, why don't I show these techniques, that techniques? What good is that? I share with you how to turn the steering wheel, but you don't see the engine. You don't know there's a difference between the Porsche engine, the Ferrari engine, the Honda Civic, the Accord engine, and also is it a 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, back-wheel drive. And breathing is about the engine. How many cc, how many cylinder your engine? Is it front-wheel drive, back-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive? We need to know that. That's why in 1850, the development is not what like we see in movie today. This hand technique, that hand technique. So the end, I like to close this video today. The ancient Chinese already said it, right? Like in the last video. First is, do you have the courage to spar or to fight? The second is, do you have the strength to support it? The techniques come the third. Strength, the root of the strength is breathing. Without that, all bets off. Without this, over here, the weak guy have no chance. Thinking about this, if I'm a weaker guy, older guy, I have a 2-cylinder, compared with the younger guy with a 2-cylinder, who win? Of course the younger and stronger guy. But if I have a 6-cylinder, well, that's a different story there. Because now, even though I'm aging, I have a 6-cylinder. Okay? So that's why I show you all this thing. Not just Wing Chuners, you know, I pick or anything. If around the world, it is proven this thing works around the world scientifically. And it has to be like that. It cannot be like, oh, Hendrik said this, you know, Hendrik is the grandmaster to verify this. No, that's not the case. The case is make it scientific, so everybody, every style, every lineage can have it. Because you're Wing Chuner, I'm Wing Chuner. This is the property of the ancestor. This is not the property even of Viet Cong. This is the entire Red Boat's property. Okay? No lineage own that thing. And all lineage own it. That's the bottom line. And we need to make it like this. This is 2020.